Hello, once again, it's Matthew here from Matthew North Music. As ever, if you like these videos that I make, all the sort of stuff I talk about, which is mostly music and electronics, then please hit the subscribe button because it really does help the channel grow. And the more subscribers I get, then the more videos I can make and more stuff you have there to watch. Anyway, today's video is about this. This is the fairly new Eric Clapton Nothing But the Blues Deluxe box set. Now, this came out a little while ago, and like a lot of deluxe box sets these days, it was really expensive. But this did appear on Amazon about 2 weeks ago for about $65, which is about a third of its normal retail price. So at that price, I thought, well, you know, I've been wanting to get this for ages, so I thought I'll pick it up. Anyway, it's a concert from November 1994, round about the time Eric made the From the Cradle album, which was like a blues album with his then current touring band. Now, at the time, I didn't really like the album all that much. The production of it just sounded a bit too modern, and it, you know, sounded a little bit too processed, and you know, it kind of didn't have the sort of raw sound that you'd expect from a blues album. And certainly, as it was only a couple of years after Clapton had done those brilliant shows at the Royal Albert Hall that were on the radio, where, you know, the sound was just fantastic, and that's now coming out as a deluxe box set as well later in the year. But anyway, Clapton live is a different kettle of fish, and I watched the YouTube preview of this box set and I thought, yeah, that sounds pretty good. So I bought the box set. As I said, it cost me about $65, which with the shipping and everything, it came to about 70 quid. So it wasn't that cheap, but compared to a lot of box sets now, you know, it was, you know, not too bad value. Anyway, we're going to unbox this and I'll show you what you get for your money. Well, this is the box set then, and it's all nice and sealed, and it's got the obligatory hype sticker, which we'll take a little look at. And on the hype sticker it says limited edition Super Deluxe edition, legendary documentary on Blu Ray, live at the Fillmore, San Francisco, 1994 on CUD and double LP, 4-track bonus CD, 32-page hardbound book, poster, bandana, Clapton guitar strings, Clapton guitar picks, individually numbered lithograph. Well, I can tell you now, I do actually sometimes use Clapton branded guitar strings, but I'm not going to use these. They're going to stay in the box. Let's get this open then, and I have a Chapman Guitars guitar pick that Rob Chapman gave me from the Birmingham Guitar Show, which I did mention on the video I did about that event. Let's pull this all off. As ever, I will cut out the hype sticker and stick it somewhere safe inside the box. But for now, let's have a look inside. And as we remove the front of the box, stick that to one side, and the first thing we have is this lithograph. Now, nicely printed, and it's numbered. Mine is number 717, so you know, that's quite a low number, and there's only 4 digits. So I imagine this is just a limited edition of maybe 10,000 less one. So, which isn't a massive number of products for, you know, such a major artist as Eric Clapton. Anyway, there's our lithograph, nicely printed there. The next thing we've got, I'm guessing this is going to be the double album. So I would say this is probably going to be the same as the standard double album. And yeah, looks nice. Let's take it out of its shrink wrap and see what we've got inside. Little bit of ringware there, which, you know, you probably see if I turn the cover slightly to an angle. Yeah, there you can probably just see it's rubbing in. This is why in box sets I wish they would take the records out and keep them separate to the cover so this doesn't happen. But anyway, there's our inside. It's just got a photo of the band and usual sort of track listings and credits and things. Just move that across there so you can see it. So yeah, that's our that's the inside of the gatefold sleeve. We've then got our records. This is record 1 in a paper sleeve, not a polyline sleeve, which is, you know, not great. But let's look at the record. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's got any warps. It's not particularly heavy. I'd say it's probably maybe 120 grams, maybe 130 grams, something like that. I don't think it's full 180. I mean, it might be, but I don't know, it's hard to tell. Well, I've just popped this on my scales and it's saying it's roughly between 140 and 150 grams, so not quite 180. Here's disc 2. Again, we'll take it out and look at it for quality. And it looks like it's a DMM pressing, actually. It's got that kind of look to the grooves about it. Although it has got a hand-stamped matrix run out on it, so no, it probably isn't, but it just has that feel. But I like the fact that they've kept, you know, big space between them and the labels, so, you know, this is the obviously optimum sound quality. So, yeah, it's been cut with sound quality in mind, which is a very good thing. This is our bandana. Let's have a look. And it's quite a nicely made product. It's on good material, nicely printed. I wouldn't think anybody would wear it, but you could certainly hang that up on your wall and it would look quite good. So yeah, it's quite nice, that. So there's our bandana. It probably will end up getting creased a bit more as time goes on. Now, this is the real meat of the product, is the book. Now, the book is nice, solid hardcover. And if we open it, we get a nice picture there. And then we've got, as I thought we'd probably have, various photos and texts. There's Eric talking to Martin Scorsese, who I think directed the film. And then he's talking about the album, From the Cradle, and various other bits. I mean, I'm flicking through this, you know, quite quickly. But we've got, you know, all the lyrics. I kind of wonder why they bothered to print the lyrics, bearing in mind it's, you know, an album of mostly covers. But, you know, it's still a nice thing. I suppose if you wanted to learn the song yourself, you got the words there, which is all quite nice. But yeah, nice pictures on this book. And, yeah, more pictures. I mean, yeah, it's good. It's a good lineup. You know, Andy Fairweather Low on guitar, Chris Stanton on piano, who's been with Eric forever. Andy Newmark on drums, kick horns on horn section. It's a shame, really. They just call it the kick horns. They don't actually list the members individually, which you think they would have probably done. Nice picture there of Eric and B.B. King from the Cream era. I mean, this might have been, yeah, it was the Cream era because there's his psychedelic SG there. And yes, that's our book. Nicely done, that. Nicely put together. Now, what have we got here? We've got a poster. This is our Nothing But the Blues poster. Eric with his big Gibson. At the Fillmore, 7th, 8th, 9th, 1994. Although the album does say one of the dates was recorded on the 11th, so that must have been an extra date that was added. But yeah, really nice picture. That really nice poster. That would look good framed on the wall. And now we've got the bits and bobs left in the box here. So there's a set of Eric Clapton, Clapton's Choice Martin acoustic guitar strings, gauge 12. Not unlike strings I would actually use. So your phosphor bronze as well. I mean, they're about a tenner for a set of those these days. So, you know, if we say this box set costs 70 quid, we'll knock a tenner off them at 60 quid. We've then got a set of 4 Clapton guitar plectrums. They like to say picks, but I like to say plectrum. I don't know if this was a product available on its own as well. I don't think so, because it's got the sort of artwork of the album there. Then we've got 2 discs here. Now this, I think, is the album. So that's the Nothing But the Blues album on the CD. And then we've got 4 bonus tracks on this CD. So I'm guessing these tracks won't be on the standard release. Drifting, Country Jail Blues, Kidman Blues, and It's Too Bad. I don't know if those tracks are actually on the LP or not. Let's have a look. Let's see. Is Drifting on there? No. Country Jail Blues, yes. Kidman Blues, no. It's Too Bad. No, so only one of the tracks on there is actually on the vinyl LP. And then we've got the Blu Ray. Now, pop this open because I want to pop this into my Blu Ray player, because I bought, obviously this is bought in America, and the problem you've got with buying anything Blu Ray or DVD in America, if you're in the UK, is whether it will actually play on your system or not, because of the compatibility issues with the region coding. However, normally with music related Blu-rays, such as the Beatles Magical Mystery Tour that I talked about a little while ago, they do tend to be region free, so they will play on normal DVD players. So I'm going to pop this into my Blu-ray player and we'll just have a quick look and see if it actually plays. There we go then, I've popped it in my Blu-ray player and it seems to work. If I just hit the play button, we'll just check that the actual program plays. And yeah, it does. There's our Warner logo. That's as much as we need to do because I don't want to get a copyright strike. And as you saw there, it is in a 4:3 aspect ratio, which is how it was originally made. They could have cropped it to make it widescreen. It was shot, if it was shot on film, which it probably was, you would have had the resolution, but they have kept it at the original resolution, which is, you know, good really, because you get to see all the picture. So anyhow, we've got 2 CDs, a Blu-ray, a set of guitar strings, some guitar picks, a double LP, and a nice book. And I think all of that for the price that I paid for it, which was £70, I think is pretty good value. Had I paid 200, I wouldn't have paid 250 for it, I'll be honest. I think, you know, what it was, you know, a fair price. Well, there we have it then. Nothing But the Blues, Eric Clapton deluxe box set. If you can find one of these at a reduced price of say £60 to £70, I would recommend buying it if you're a fan of Clapton, if you're a fan of his blues playing. If, however, you see it at full price, which is around about 200, 250 in that ballpark, then I would say hold off, because it will probably come back down in price again. However, box sets are a bit like the stock market in that the prices do go up and down like a yo-yo, and you never quite know when they're going to be reduced or go up again. As an example, when it came out, must be getting on 15 years ago now, there was a deluxe box set of David Bowie's Station to Station, which I ended up buying brand new for I think £49, and it had like, I think it had 3 LPs in it, it had 5 discs, a book and all the rest of it. And now that's selling for, you know, £500 upwards. I mean, I actually ended up, don't have my copy anymore. I sold it when I had some downsizing a few years ago, although not for what I could get for it now. Anyway, that's what happens. Things go up, things go down. That's the nature of records and the nature of music. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.